4-0 win away from home in pre-season. What do you make of the lads' performance today?
I thought it was very good today. And against a decent side, they put us under pressure the first 15 minutes, to be honest with you. And once we got to grips with their rotation and their formation, they played an unorthodox formation at times. The lads clicked into gear really well, and it's not a disrespectful thing to say, but I think we could have scored a few more goals. I was really pleased with the work rate, the endeavour, the competitiveness of the game. It was a total, again, polar opposite to last week, but again, like I said, when we lost 2-0 last week, we won 4-0. Yes, it's a lot more positive, and that's what we wanted to see. But we're obviously all gearing up, the same as Flint are, to their season starting in a couple of weeks' time, and that's what you want to see. You want to see gradual progression. I thought there were some excellent performances, individuals, but as a collective today, I think that was the most positive thing for me. And getting the clean sheet, which is very good as well, and to give Dylan the world of confidence there.
Yeah. And after a goalless but competitive first half, how pleased were you to get 2 goals on the bounce straight after the second half started, pretty much?
Yeah, I think it came from our endeavour in pressing the football and our work rate and our tenacity, and that's what I wanted to see today. And the lads, everything that I said in the changing room before the game today, the lads have took on board and they've done it, to a plumb really. And obviously I know Fowles is a good friend of mine, and I know his teams, they'll play football, they've got some good players, but I think today we managed to stifle that, and with our endeavour and our work rate, and our willingness to run, and ultimately that sometimes is a massive part of football. And the organisation was better. We defended set pieces very, very well. Bodies were going on the line, tackles were going in, and that's what you want to see now, ramping up for the season. So it all bodes well, but we're not getting carried away. Like the performance against Harrogate, I thought was excellent there, and it's about getting kind of the peaks and troughs out of the way and being a little bit more consistent. So obviously we're moving into a game next weekend, but against Basford, which will be a tough test, and I've got another week's worth of training in, so we'll do some running, we'll keep getting fitter and stronger. And that's something that you're looking for as a manager. You're looking for those progressions, and we tried a few players in different positions today. I think Steve-O's gone on at right wing, played number 10 and played right back. Tyler's come on at right back, but I thought there was excellent all over the pitch today, every single one of them.
Yeah. And speaking of playing in a few different positions, we saw Dylan Youmbi at number 9 today, and at Robbie Fox's absence. How far is Robbie Fox away from returning to the start 11, do you think?
Hopefully, we're hoping to get him back for the start of the season, but we don't want to rush him. Yes, you still want to get the minutes into him, but ultimately we've got to have him fit and strong, ready for the start of the season. So, I'll be led by Ryan on that, and obviously the medical department. But he's moving a lot better this week, and I think it was just obviously a high impact injury where your muscles tense up and your back becomes very sore. So there's no point in rushing him. Hopefully we'll have him back for the start of the season, but I think obviously Dylan can play up front. Again, he's versatile. I don't think he gave the ball away once today once he had it up there. First 15 minutes he was running hard, he had to do the hard yards, and I think that's something that you want to see from them players. And can you slot into positions when we might have injuries through the season, and that's what pre-season's for. The results mean nothing, you want the performance, especially towards the end of pre-season. You want to ramp up a little bit, and I think they've got some hard yards in the next day. They chased the ball, they worked hard, they pressed, and that's something I think that for a manager it's pleasing to see. So hopefully Robbie's back sooner rather than later, but it proves with obviously Harvey scoring his goal and Dylan scoring his goal that we've got attacking players that can fill in that spot and score goals. And ultimately, if they keep it, doing what they're doing, they'll probably keep the shirt.
Thanks for the time, Deeks.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.